All right, we go on in 30.
You gonna be banging a bunch of bitches for your senior year? You gonna go out with a bang? You have to. Are you gonna say DJ?
Oh, my pen in there.
Should we say DJ?
You do look weird over there, Jim.
I'm all this
Yeah,
combobulated. I don't know what I'm doing.
You see this video of Marshawn Lynch?
Yeah. That's
Hey, driving on the
Yo,
rim.
how about what could we say? DJ Poll.
In 10
What's an
seconds.
athlete do? Like they just don't show up. Like a Derrick Rose, remember when he never showed up for the game?
Pulling a
10,
Ben
5.
Simmons.
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of the Santa Boone First Podcast. Tonight it is hot, hot, hot in the town of Philly. Our Phils are hot. Training camp's hot. Hot takes on the Sixers. And we're going to have a special guest in here taking some hot takes. Hang around. You are listening to the Santa Boone First Podcast. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. You love that one.
Smitty hates it so
I
bad.
love that one.
Yeah.
And I love playing it because his face is like, Nate, what the fuck are you doing?
You killed
I'm just like, dude, come on. Like, there's so much better intros.
Nah, there is, but you know what? Because you guys do so well, I don't want you to get you copyrighted. I want you guys show to expand as best I can. So
I
that's
mean,
why
I
play
could
it.
I could start rapping if you want for an intro.
I love that intro. I think that's your best intro, in my opinion.
Smitty
We don't need you rapping. We don't need you rapping. Welcome to another episode of the Santa Boone First Podcast. Coming to you live from lovely, beautiful downtown Willow Grove, the lovely Crack Belt Production Studios on this fantastic Thursday evening. I'm all out of sorts because I'm in the wrong seat because Deke's not here. But this is your co-pilot for the evening, Jim Marcus. To my left, the infamous AP, Ryan Smitty. What's going on, Smitty?
Yo, what's up, Jimmy?
To his left, we got the youngest Martin. Somebody's got to represent for the Martin family because these guys are all pulling Ben Simmons on us tonight, not showing. What's going on, Andrew?
So,
What's up? Behind the glass, the man celebrating an anniversary tonight, and he's here with us. Nate Money Moss. What's going on, Nate?
What's up?
Anything you'd like to say to your wife on this anniversary if she's listening?
She's not listening.
All right.
Oh, come on. We thought she was a
man.
diehard.
Yeah.
Nah, she's not listening.
Alright.
She chimes in for a second, and then she gets mad because I'm here.
Yeah,
Well, she'll be all right.
that's all the wives.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Speaking of wives, I just got a text from mine. One of our sponsors, Mama Mia's, my lovely wife, happened to run into the lovely Mrs. Martin at Mama Mia's getting pizza tonight. So
Oh, look at
thank you to Mama Mia's for supporting our sponsors. Thank you, our lovely wives. Our other sponsors, Insure Philly. Get up to 10 quotes in about 10 minutes. The Matt Maloney Agency. Give them a call for all your insurance needs. And the fine Pops McCann's Whiskeys. Look up Jason Fogg on Facebook, all your socials, Pops McCann's Whiskey. They have a website. You can get the whiskey delivered to you, to your door, through Jay. Many fabulous variations of whiskey. So we're missing a couple people tonight. You know, like I said, Deke will be here. Deke's going to come rolling in here like Kramer, busting through the door and kicking microphones over, I'm
Where's
sure.
my drums?
Yeah. Give me a Pops. And DJ's
Oh,
pulling,
you
pulling a
forgot
Ben
Santa?
Simmons on
Oh,
us.
Santa's here. Put him
Santa
up.
is here.
Push-
You knocked him over.
No, I did not. I did. He's leaning back.
Stay tuned. We're going to have a special guest come on with us once Deke gets here because Deke wants to be a part of it. Don't leave me out. We'll have a special guest on with us after a break. We're going to do something fun. A guest that we made good friends with him and haven't seen him in a while, so it'll be fun to have him back on with us and chopping it up. But first, as I said going into the intro, hot, hot, hot. Phils are hot, except for this afternoon. They dropped one. Where are we going?
Listen, I mean,
Playoffs?
we're looking at, 12 of their last 14, 6 out of 7 on the homestand. Got a big 3-game series with the Mets, but, they have now the 6th best record in Major League Baseball.
I saw that.
You think about that, and you think about all those, and not to toot any of our horns, but there was a couple of us at the table that were like, we need to get rid of Girardi sooner. If we get rid of Girardi sooner, are we even closer in the division? Because there's something different about this team, and I believe that it has to something to do with the coaching. And there was somebody that came out today, which I found a really interesting article, came out today, And we're like, Thompson was like that with the Yankees. Like, yeah, Girardi was the guy, but everybody went to Thompson. Like, these players just feel a sense of, like, they just feel comfortable around Thompson. I mean, they all produce. I don't think it's a coincidence as this team turned it around after a manager change. I've always talked about banging down a consistent lineup, too.
Yeah.
They now have a consistent lineup, too.
The guys that came over in the trades,
Yeah, I mean,
Syndergaard hasn't looked good. The other two moves are looking all right. Marsh is, you didn't expect him to hit, but we actually have a center fielder with some defense.
yeah.
I feel like that's
He had a
solidified.
nice hit last night and then the dumb base error. But, yeah, I mean, listen, they won the game.
You got Robertson. He's got a save since he's been here. It's
Yeah.
Like what's he got? I think I wrote it down, actually. 6 innings.
Yeah.
Or three games, 3 innings, 1 hit.
Yeah.
4 strikeouts and a save. I don't know if did he get in today?
No, he
know
didn't
if he
pitch
did.
today. I don't think he pitched today.
Noah's
Maybe he did.
Noah's
Oh.
not having a great start here. But your thought on Noah is that he's in the year 2 of the Tommy John surgery, and he's going to not be right until next year.
That is my thought. And honestly, like, last night, if you can get, this is what I always say, like, with this lineup, if you can get Noah Syndergaard, again, let's all know, and I've said this too, you're not getting the New York Mets Syndergaard, at least not this year. But he gave you 6 innings last night. Did he get into some trouble? Did he walk some guys? Gee, 6 innings, 2 earned runs. I mean, like, if you get that every start with this offense, like, you should be able to win the majority of your games. Plus, he was going against a good pitcher last night. He kept them in the game, right? Gave up 2 runs. They ended up winning the game. So do I think he's been great? No. Do I think that he's serviceable? Yes. But right now, he's your 4th starter in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like right now, Suarez should be the 3. But I would think about signing him next year because of the second year of Tommy John. Not a massive contract like the $21 million the Angels got, but I don't think anybody's gonna give him that. But like, I would probably take a shot on him for another year. I mean, I don't think he's terrible.
I have
Keeping them in games.
I have a Mets fan I work with that came over to me this morning. I was in the office today.
Oh well, they're all.
He was
like,
asking me, and he's like, "Why did you take Syndergaard? Why did you guys want him? Like, don't you know he's washed?" I said, "Well, he's coming off surgery. Give him a little bit. He's still young."
You know.
And he's like, "But you don't know how bad he was when he left the Mets." I was like,
All right, but you know.
I didn't follow him. You're right. I don't know how
Yeah.
bad he was when he left the Mets, but
What's hilarious to me, I don't know if you get it because you work with some, but I see it all the time on the Twitter. How big of the balls these Mets fans have now. They want to talk so much trash. Like, look, you're doing good this year, right? But this is your first year really being competitive, right? And the only reason why you are is because you have an owner that deep pockets, that's spending a ton of money. But let's see come playoff time. Let's see
come
if
September.
Scherzer, let's see if DeGrom's healthy. Let's see this closer Diaz. Has he been electric? Yeah, but like he's never pitched in the playoffs. He's been in Seattle. Playoffs are a totally different ballgame.
yeah.
Playoffs are a totally different ballgame. It is what it is. But I mean, listen, for Mets fans to say, "Why did you take a chance on Syndergaard?" Why not? Why not? You gave up freaking Mickey Moniak, who I know he had 2 home runs. He got hurt again already. He's out for the
Did
year.
he get it? Is he?
Yeah, he's out. He's done. You and another low level prospect for a guy that. Listen, you need pitching. Pitching does not grow on trees.
I hated the bullpen
Right.
team too.
Right, like
Yeah.
the bullpen
They were
games were
brutal.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Bailey Falter sucked. Zach Eflin, you can't stay
He's-
healthy.
yeah.
So like, why not Syndergaard? That's what I'd say to these
Yeah.
dumbass Mets fans. Because
Yeah.
guess what? They're an
They're smelling
injury.
themselves
They're
right
an,
now.
they
Yeah.
are, but they're an injury of that pitching rotation of being, whatever. Like I said, they're
They're
playing good.
They're a collapse
We got
away
it.
from falling out
We
of the
got.
one
We
spot.
got it. We got to find a way to take 2
Yeah.
out of 3 this weekend, and it's gonna be hard with Schwarber now hurt. But you got to find a way. You have to find a way.
Did they give anything more on Schwarber? They just said a calf strain. Is it
Calf
He
strain
said
day
he's
to
serious?
day,
He's
but
day
he's
to
not
day?
playing tomorrow. And like calf strains can go 10 days. I mean, I don't think he plays in the Mets series, and that's obviously
big.
a huge loss.
Yeah.
But in terms of like what you've seen, like
Or he might be. Nah, you can never mind.
what?
I thought he might be a DH, but he still has to run the bases. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be able to use him at hitting, like maybe like Saturday, Sunday.
Situational stuff.
But
Yeah.
who's made the biggest turnaround?
It depends on his pain tolerance, how bad it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. JT Realmuto.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
JT
getting hot.
Realmuto now looks like the best catcher in baseball,
He looks
which
like
is
a
what we expected.
2019.
Like
He looks like he's back. In
he's got 13
2019.
home runs now. The other
Yeah.
day I looked and I'm like, you know what? If you get 20 and 80 from him, that's what you expect from him.
Yeah.
That was his best year in Florida. JT's been really good.
I think last week when we were in here, we were saying the team needs to be, if they're all good at the right
Oh
time,
my God, yeah.
they're unstoppable, pretty much.
Hoskins
I mean-
just picked it up. Castellanos just picked it up.
But then he's cooled off the last
Stocks
couple
pissed
games.
it off.
Castellanos.
Yeah,
Like,
Castellanos has, but like I think come playoff time he'll be okay.
Stocks picked it up.
Hoskins has been really good. I know he made a blunder in the field today, but he's been good. The guy that's really been the best player in his team, and we've talked about, is Bohm. He's so consistent,
Yeah.
consistent, and defensively, he's not getting credit for how much better he's been. I mean, I saw some really nice plays last night, like from a defensive perspective.
Yeah.
Bohm's good. I mean,
Segura was a really nice.
Segura is nice.
We
Segura's
got
a
him
huge-
back at
yeah.
the right
I
time.
like Marsh. I mean, look, like
that's what I said. We didn't
Yeah.
expect
you
him to
can't
hit.
have a high-profile player at every position.
He
He
wasn't
did have
here-
a bad play when I was there Tuesday night. It was a bounce off the wall, but he's still getting used probably to the
Yeah.
bounces
Yeah.
and all.
If
But-
he had a bad play, it would have been a horrible play by Odubel. He would have
Yeah.
just been out there spinning, trying to find
I
the
mean,
ball.
Yeah.
and you gave away a catcher that I guess had a good year, but this is his only good year
Ian-
since he's been in
yeah,
the Philly system.
Hockey.
And and you don't need a catcher right now.
Yeah.
Like, I have no problem with the Phillies did.
Yeah.
They shored up their bullpen. Their bullpen's really good.
I wish they stuck with Didi, but
I mean, nobody's picked him up, so what's that tell you?
yeah.
How does that work in the MLB? Like
I mean,
with waivers,
Familia's
now
already
he's
picked up.
available.
Familia, yeah,
I know Familia got picked up, but
Yeah,
if Didi's hanging
Didi's
around
available.
when you can expand the rosters going in the
Yeah.
playoffs,
I don't
do you
think
they,
I don't think there's any chance they bring him back.
I would have liked him in the middle of the infield for a good defensive glove that he's been playing, but his plate appearance was horrible.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by it, but
Yeah, I
not
was
like
too, but here's
completely
the-
shocked. But I thought it was a guy
I
that
was
hung on
too,
through
but
the season.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of glad because you know what? Like, it gives Stott the confidence where he's also not looking over his shoulder. He can just go out and play, and he's played really good ball lately. Like, you got to figure out what you have with Bryson Stott,
Yeah.
right? Whether it's second base, shortstop. You know, we talked about free agency. I've been beating the table for Trey Turner. Like, you got to find out is Stott an answer? And it can Stott be a starter? And if you even
How
if
many
you get a
years does
shortstop,
the
at
Segura
second
have?
base, you have an option on him. I don't think they're gonna.
Why would you? I don't-
I mean, if you can't get a shortstop in the market, but I think you can. That's another reason why
What
they
does
got
Sosa,
Marsh.
Sosa play?
Yeah, but he's
Yeah, but you're
not
not
a
going to
starter.
depend on him to be.
That was
no,
the-
I'm just saying he was just like a random pickup that they got in the trade deadline.
Yeah. That's another thing. I don't know how you guys felt about because I know I got home from work to see the end of it, but like. I don't understand why you take the bat. I get the whole lefty righty bullshit, but
The
Garrett
statistics
Stubbs
and
has
all.
shown that in clutch situations he can do it.
can hit.
I think I would have stuck with Garrett Stubbs. I really do. Now that's like the first move that I've questioned to Thompson. So like, look, I'm not saying that it happens or anything, but like, that just sucks. You have bases loaded, no out, and then 3 guys go down in a row. And the pitch that Sosa swung at was an 8 or 9 pitch at bat, and the last ball was in the dirt. He was laying off it, and he, it just changed the whole perspective. And I like the thing I sent you about Boom. I mean, I know you guys say it's too close to swing. That guy was not calling that, and then he rings him up. You figure,
Yeah, you have to
boom,
Yeah.
bases
know where the
loaded with
umpire
one out
is.
in the 8th with Castellanos and other people up. Like, there's your chance. But listen, it's baseball. I don't think we can complain. What are they? 13 games over 500. The hottest team in baseball.
The hottest team in baseball right now.
Yeah,
So-
I think they're right behind the Dodgers for best record since June. Like
Yeah, they
beginning
are
of
June 1st. Yeah, they're better than the Braves.
I think they're 40-19 since June 1st or something like that.
Here's
about
an,
right.
Something like
here's an
that.
interesting question to both of you. It's like, are you ready to say, like, regardless of what happens this year, wild card or not, like Thompson should get another year?
I think he should.
I mean,
he's earned it, right?
I personally do. Like, I think right now I would strip the interim tag like they did with McCann and give him a year extension.
I mean, who's
Why
out
not?
there?
I
Are there
mean, I
any
don't
names
know
out there
who's
for managers
Well,
that you're
that's-
like, oh, this guy, we got to
I
get
mean,
him if he's
everybody always
available?
talks about like former players, like Rollins or Ibanez, but like this
I
guy's
don't think they're ready
proven
yet.
that he can handle. First of all, I don't know if you saw the other day, but like Eskin asked him a question about like, oh, you're worried about your job. He's like, dude, I'm day by day. Like this media doesn't rattle him. I don't know if you guys watch it. Like
I saw
he's
that.
very bland, like in press conferences. But I don't give a shit about that. I don't care. He's a baseball guy that obviously knows what the hell he's doing, and the players are playing really hard for him.
And
So
he's,
to
and
me,
he doesn't. He's like, they asked him, "What do you think about your job going farther?" He's like, "I'm just worried about this
yeah,
year and
right.
this year
He's
only."
like, if I start worrying about the future, that's when I get myself in
He's
trouble.
like, "Yeah, this is when the team collapses. If I start worrying about my job."
Yeah, I start worrying about tomorrow.
Yeah,
All right, look,
What does
Peterson.
this team look like with Harper?
I was reading like an article on him. His stat line before he got injured was crazy.
Yeah, he was on an MVP pace again.
Yeah, he had 15 home runs, 48 RBIs, 21 doubles, and batting .318 in 64 games.
So he comes back. It sounds like he's DH for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to play the field.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're saying what's it look like with him in the? It's just that much more potent, I guess, right?
Yeah,
It's just weird that when he leaves, that teams get better, right? Because he left Washington and
They
they
won.
won.
Yeah.
Right, and then he's out of the lineup, and now they went on this historic run that nobody's seen, in years. Where they went 40, like Andrew said, when he went 40-16 or 40-19.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. 7-1, and then in the last 8 games.
yeah. I know in the last 12 games or 11, they're 10-1, like Nate said, and they just dropped they just lost only 2 in the last 13 or something. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
How many games do the Mets and Braves have against each other? We were looking at our.
I know they have. I think they have a 3-game series against the Mets this week in New York. They have a 4-game series. No, I'm talking
The
about
Mets
the
and the
Phillies.
Braves.
I think the Phillies
Oh,
have
no.
7 left with the Mets, but then
Yeah.
this last week. I think the Phillies still have.
We have
7
12 with
or
the
8
Braves.
against the
The
Nationals.
12 with the Braves.
I don't think we have that many left.
Yeah,
we
we
do.
were looking at that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
I mean,
surprised
we
too.
played the Braves pretty well.
Yeah, I was surprised
Yeah.
too. I thought
The
there was
Mets,
less.
I think the Mets are 7 or 8 left.
Yeah,
I didn't
Like
think
between
it-
6 and
12.
8.
Are you sure? 12 with the Braves?
Yeah.
I could have
they
sworn we
still
only
have
have
a
one
lot.
series left with the Braves.
that's what I thought too,
Yeah.
Smitty. I was with you. Then I
I
pulled
thought
it
They
up on the
said like
phone.
they have like the easiest record. Like
They
in
do.
baseball.
They
Because then
have-
the rest of the
do.
games
The
are.
series they have coming up after the Mets is the Reds, Pirates again, I think, and then Diamondbacks.
Yeah,
The Diamondbacks swept us last time. Is
The
it
la-
in Arizona?
It's in Arizona.
Yeah, remember last time they came here and swept us? That was when we were all beating
Yeah, that
down
was-
the tables to say fire Girardi's ass.
That is, I do remember that. Yeah.
I'm not saying it matters.
30
now.
out of the 51 games, I think, because I just did a stat on this. I think 35 out of the 51 is all against teams under 500.
So
Yeah.
then they can't have 12 against the Braves left.
They
I'll,
do.
got
I'll
s-
look right now.
Dude, they got 7 left against the Mets.
I'm telling you, they
so
do.
maybe
We
9.
looked at it in the
Are
car.
you sure it's on 9?
Looked at it in the car.
Let's see.
They got a bunch because the other
September?
teams are the Nationals, the Pirates, a couple
September?
with the Reds,
They have
Marlins,
in September they have 2 series against the Braves.
and there's a couple. I think both the Braves and the Mets are 4-game
Are they
series.
home or here?
It's the first one's in Atlanta, then the second one's here. They're both 3 games.
Just got split.
Look, if they go 500 the rest of their
No,
games,
The second one's 4 games,
yeah, they have.
And it's here?
and it's here.
It's in Philly.
and then
We
that's
gone to
it.
one of those games.
And
We
then
should.
that's it. That's
Are
it.
they a weekend? If they are, we should go. Is that a
That's it.
Friday night? Braves? If we are, we
Braves.
should freaking go.
When is that?
Oh, I was talking about the Mets series.
The
I'll go to
Mets
that
series?
too. That's next week.
That's this.
That next week's the home one.
Yeah.
Tomorrow they play.
We can go next Friday. I'm down.
Next Friday
Why not?
is
Playoff
The
baseball
Mets.
is great, man. That's
Playoff baseball is good.
Isn't it the Mets next Friday?
It's
I've
fun.
been-
It's fun to be in a stadium. and
I
playoff
won't be here.
baseball, too.
Yeah, it's the Nationals.
Like, have you ever
I
been to
thought
a
next
playoff game?
Friday-
Yeah, I was just going to ask you. Have you been to
2
a
weeks
playoff
from
game
now,
for every
right?
sport?
I think
Not
August
hockey.
20th.
Oh no, I have been. to
August.
hockey.
You're in September, dude.
Which one?
I-
Which one is the?
Yeah, I have.
Next
Your
week
favorite.
is the Mets. at
Ooh.
home. Look.
Yeah. I won't be here.
Dude, next. no.
Eagles all day.
The Eagles.
Yeah,
How about
Eagles all
Yeah,
day.
they
But you know what
doubleheader
comes
too.
strong too? Hockey was
Hoc-
exciting.
There's a
Playoff
doubleheader
hockey
Saturday,
is-
Playoff
Jim.
hockey was okay.
Doubleheader with the Mets Saturday.
Yeah. It's a makeup for May 6th.
Next
but,
Saturday?
but it was fun because I think it was like a 6-5 game too. So it was a lot of
The
scoring.
game one.
Was it like
But
late
it-
'90s? Lindros era?
Nah, it wasn't too long ago. Maybe like 5 years ago.
What's he talking about? The Flyers?
I asked what have you
went to
been
go
to?
see-
Have you been to a playoff game for every sport?
No, I haven't been to a single playoff game.
None of the
No.
sports. No.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Yes, I've
Lucky your dad's not here. We'd be ripping into him.
Yeah, I've been.
Every sport,
Sounds like
Yeah,
you just
I've been
pulled
to a
up.
right? Speak of the devil. Say his name and he shall appear.
I've been to the Flyers.
He's running to
Definitely
the
been-
potty.
Was at the Sixers. I know when Iverson and recently in the playoffs. The Eagles. I was at the game where Vic. Remember they lost to the Packers in the wild card. Phillies. I was at freaking the World Series. So in 08. So
When they
Which-
won,
which game?
When they won it?
I went to games 3 and 5.
I went to the division series. I didn't make
I
it
was
to.
at the division series and the wild card series. Right there now. Yeah, the Milwaukee series. Is it Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time the Phillies were in the playoffs, I
The
was there.
CC Sabathia game where Victorino hit the grand slam off Sabathia.
What was the game? There was a game too that was played. Was it the Joe Blanton home run game where
Yeah, I wasn't at that. That was
there was an
game
Eagles
4
game.
of the World Series.
There was an Eagles game the same day, and we could
Yeah.
hear it. I think.
Have
'Cause
you
it-
done that? Have you gone to both games at the same time?
No,
In
so
one
there was
day, I haven't
I've
done
been
that.
to a Sixers game and a Flyers game the same day.
there was a
That's pretty
Brody and I went to a Sixers game earlier this season where there was a Phillies
Oh,
game
yeah,
and then a
that's right.
Flyers game, and we talked about doing it, but we didn't do it.
You're going to do all 3?
It was all. I think it was all 3 that day.
That would've been
Three,
awesome.
what, Phillies, Flyers, and Sixers?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
the
would've
Sixers
been
were
cool.
Sixers were. It was a Saturday. The Sixers were the afternoon, and then the Phillies, and then the Flyers were playing that night. And we were like,
Ah.
we just left the Phillies game early and went to the Flyers.
mean,
Are
game.
you
You were-
tailgaters? You guys tailgate?
I mean,
For
yeah,
football,
we
yeah.
went to-
For
we
other games, yeah, I will.
We tailgated for the Phillies last year.
I mean,
Yeah.
but do you do the whole setup like food, everything, or you just? Or you
usually
just
like bring
tailgate?
something down hoagies,
just-
but it would be cool to barbecue and hang out, you know.
No, the only reason why I say that because
You
talking
can
about
at the
3
Phillies,
games.
like,
3 games is a
in
lot.
certain parts
That's-
of
or that's
Yeah.
expensive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of beer. It's a lot of food.
Yeah,
that's down
for
there.
sure.
You know what I mean? You're talking about easy, maybe $100 to $150 a day, easy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Especially for 2 people.
Oh yeah, that's another reason why I was like, yeah, I don't know if we're
I mean,
gonna
you
jump
were at
around
every,
like this.
You were at every playoff game for the Super Bowl run too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how
the
was that
only-
Vikings game?
The
I mean, that
only
Vikings
playoff.
Yeah, was the Vikings game more
Oh,
electric?
it was insane.
Was it more
Yeah.
electric than the Falcons game? Were you there at that one too?
Yeah.
So which was more?
I think I'd agree with you. The Vikings game because you didn't. Like I think the city we felt
It got
better
quiet
after
when the
beating
Vikings
Atlanta.
went down.
But yeah, it's like we're still not supposed to be here. You know, we
Yeah.
still had the whole dog mentality, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
felt okay about it. But I don't think anybody walked in there thinking we're gonna crush
Did
the
you-
Vikings.
did you-
And the way the game started was like,
Yeah, they went
shit.
right down the field. But did you leave the stadium that night? And be honest now, 'cause it doesn't matter. Did you leave that stadium that night being like, oh shit, we got New England? Like, it's great. It's gonna be a repeat of Jackson. Were you worried? That like,
I mean,
mean,
we were just. I think we were still riding the high from the win. I don't
like,
think we
who
really
was
thought
it?
about
I mean,
it.
No one was
can
really
anybody sit
thinking
here and
about
be
that.
like, yo, like that week before the Super Bowl? I mean, yeah, it was great. Like hearing, what was it, Kyle Brandt with his rant about like, greasing the poles and picking the Eagles, but like, in essence,
dude, you're.
how many of you
Yeah.
guys? I guess what I'm asking you is, how many of you guys were supremely confident on Sunday, Super Bowl 52, that Foles was going to get it done?
No.
How confident were you? How confident was anybody? Nate, were you confident they were beating Brady?
No, but I'll tell you this. It was my biggest bet I've ever put in.
That's what's up.
That bet had commas in it.
Nice. How many?
Oh, just one. Come on. just one. Just one comment in it. But it was the biggest bet I've ever put. And I was talking to my friend because he rode the same bet I did. And I was like, you know what? I don't know when they're ever going to be here, and I'm just going to go down with the ship. If they lose,
So do I.
my mortgage isn't getting paid. My wife's going to be mad, and it's all good.
Hey,
But-
she's watching now,
Dude,
Nate.
I
You better
feel
watch
like-
what you say.
Wait a minute. I feel like this is bigger than the return of Bryce Harper, getting Deke back.
The return of Deke.
Yeah, getting Deke back.
We said you were going to come blasting in here like Kramer, and you kind of did.
Deke, here's a
Where were
question.
you? You look like you were
Here's
in like
a
board
question
meeting.
for you. We were talking about Eagles playoff.
I'm coming from work.
What was
Yeah.
A board meeting.
We went out with a couple people after work.
what atmosphere was more
Here,
electric?
hold on real quick. Deke, say something. I think I'm going to mute your mic.
What's that?
There you go.
Get your mic on.
There you go.
What atmosphere was more electric? The Falcons NFC Championship where they beat Vic and like
Uh-huh.
or the Eagles against the Vikings? Like which?
Wow. I'd have to say the Vikings.
That's what he said too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Vikings too, because even the players said like they said anybody could have got it that night. It didn't matter who was in the stadium. I think Chris Long said that on his
I'll,
podcast. He's like that. He was like it was the most electric night he's ever been part of. Bar far, the Super Bowls, any of them. He said it didn't matter who was showing up. Everybody
Yeah.
would have got it that night.
And just the plays too. Some of those plays were just so exciting. Like it wasn't just all right. It's 1st and 10 from the 10, and they run it in.
Yeah, I
It's
think-
like
yeah.
the interception and,
Yeah.
and the flea flicker.
Torrey
and
Smith.
it's just
yeah.
like the plays that made that game were just great.
I in the beginning when the Vikings
Welcome,
went right,
Deke.
Oh, thank you. When the Vikings
Yeah, you
went
should
straight down the field and scored,
yeah, that's what
I
we were
was a
doing.
little nervous. I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like what I saw from
Well,
the
yeah, because
offense.
they went right down the field.
Yeah, right.
And then the first set, they went
and then
three
the
and out,
offense
right?
didn't do anything on their first possession.
Yeah.
And then we got that pick and that pick was on the opposite side of the field from where we sit. And he came straight at us across the field where we sit. And the place just went absolutely bonkers.
That changed the whole atmosphere.
That changed
of the game.
everything.
Right.
The Eagle with the Falcons, the Eagles, if I remember correctly, they were kind of in control.
Yeah, they held Vic.
the whole game, right?
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
There was the big hit from Dawkins on L.J. Crumpler.
Yeah.
That electrified the place. But you didn't have that like moment early on like we did with the Vikings.
Yeah.
The Falcons was kind of in control almost from start to finish. If I remember correctly.
They contained Vic that night.
And it was fun because there was snow. It was really cold.
Yeah.
But the Vikings, man, once they started scoring and just clamped down on defense and just snuffed them out, it was
a party.
It was
The
a
rest of the
party
game
with
was just a party.
70,000 people, and I loved every second of it.
Yeah.
The Panthers games were kind of like they were brutal. I remember the Packers game, the 4th and 26 game. That was an exciting game. I vividly remember grabbing the guy in front of me and headbutting him during that game.
Oh, wow.
A friendly headbutt. Like, I can't believe we're doing this, headbutting each other.
Yeah, I think I saw that side of you when we were at the Halloween party. I think you were like.
Do I do that? Yeah, I get a little excited.
Yeah, you were
I get
getting.
excited.
I think you had some nice words for me because I didn't take a shot with you.
Oh, did I? Yeah, that side comes out sometimes too.
Yeah, I'd say the most electric game I was at was definitely Game 5 of the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, both parts, but definitely.
I wish
win
I
that
could have
game?
been there.
Did we win that game, Smitty?
Yeah.
Yep.
Was that the clincher?
Yeah,
That was the
Tampa.
clincher.
Yeah, that was Tampa Bay.
That was the most electrifying game I've been. At least for baseball.
So
I'm
did
trying
you
to
go
think.
down Broad Street or did you go home?
We actually went to Manayunk, which is where I was, and just got hammered.
Nice.
That's
And I remember I had
that's
to
where
wake
you
up
were
the
living?
next day. Yeah, I remember I had to wake up the next day for school. It's rough.
Damn.
Went out at like
Kinda
3 in the
called out.
morning, dude. Went up to Foreman Mills. I remember to get a T-shirt to wear to school. Yeah, it was rough. That was rough, but worth it. Super Bowl too. Like that night was. I mean, I'm sure you guys were the same way. Like I'd work the next day. Went right.
I was
through
running up and down the block.
Oh
I
my
had a
God,
bottle
dude,
of
I was
champagne.
going nuts. I was
I
going
was
nuts.
dancing in the street with my nephews.
Yeah. Yeah.
After the Phillies won the World Series, I went down to the corner
Yeah.
with a bottle of champagne, and I think I saw Frat's kid down there. He didn't have a champagne. He didn't have a bottle. And I saw some other people down there. You weren't old enough yet. You were only like 3, Andrew.
Yeah, another question was, have you ever been to a playoff game? And I said no.
No, you haven't. And I had DJ with me. Went to the corner with DJ, had a bottle of champagne, hung out on the corner for about maybe an hour.
Watch us going nuts.
Yeah, just hanging out. It was
Yeah.
about a dozen people in the corner. And then after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, it was I had a bottle of champagne. DJ, would you walk around with this?
Yeah.
You did? Okay.
It was my birthday.
Oh, that's right. It was your birthday, your 13th birthday. That's right.
That day?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Yep.
freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won the
And-
Super Bowl on your birthday. That
Yeah.
don't get any better.
Nope. There was about 5 or 6 of us. It was. I was the only quote unquote adult there. It was DJ and a couple of his friends,
Yeah.
Andrew, and we just walked around the neighborhood. We went down to the 7-Eleven. There was a bunch of people at the 7-Eleven hanging out, and just walked around the neighborhood and enjoyed every second of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
We need that moment again. I mean,
My
those
wife made me go
championship
home.
moments.
Made you go home from where?
We were down. Where were we?
Well, your wife made you go home?
Yeah.
Well, that's not good to say on the
Yeah,
air.
It was my wife made me go home. We were down in the city. Where was that? Down on
Oh, you
Delaware
did
Ave.
tell us then. Didn't you say you were like really hammered and or no?
No, because I drove home. I wasn't that drunk.
That's
but,
what I mean.
But we saw this swarm of crowd going down Broad Street,
Yeah.
and me and the fellas looked like, let's go.
Let's get out of here.
I had pictures. We have pictures on Broad Street where we were having pictures and screaming and yelling and stuff.
Yeah.
But we wanted to go to the crowd because they were all going to City Hall.
They were gonna
Yeah.
grease those poles
yeah,
up.
they,
It was
yeah,
nuts,
they were all
dude.
going. And she's like, I'm not going in that crowd. she's like, I can't do that crowd. I don't can't do that crowd. I was so mad. And it ruined it for the other people with me because there were people in the ride with me. So like they wanted to go too. I mean, they probably could have.
Yeah,
but I
Uber.
was the ride.
Yeah, Take your ass home.
The one thing that's been bothering me this week, I don't know if you guys, but like, and it's been multiple people, but like, I'm not ready to be like, oh, this Phillies team's like 08. Way too early for that.
Well, Jimmy said it. Be in. This team's got it.
I agree, but like, I'm not ready to. First of all, you know, they got a tough series coming up. They got in the next week. They got 7 games against the Mets. That can make or break you. You go 1-6. You go 2-5. Like, not saying they will, but like, how many times do we see this team like, you know, in contention and collapse? I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just not ready to say 08 because 08 had like, first of all, you were completely healthy in 08. Number one, everybody was having a career year, and your pitching rotation was awesome. This pitching rotation is okay.
Nothing like that. Yeah, nothing like 08. Yeah.
You know, so like, I mean, you look at any position, where are they better on this team? Except for Harper and right field with Worth. Where are they better? Like, let's go. Is Howard better than Hoskins? Yes.
Yes.
All right. Or maybe JT. Okay. Well, Utley's better than Segura. Rollins is better than Stott. Pedro, Feliz, and Bohm, I feel like it's a toss-up. Right? Marsh is definitely not better than Victorino. Right field was Burrell Schwarber. It's kind of a toss-up based on the years that they had. Like,
Burrell's probably a slightly better outfielder, but Schwarber's maybe a better hitter.
Yeah, but like, you know, and Raymuto, I'll give you that over Ruiz.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just like
nobody in the pitching staff.
I mean,
I'll put Wheeler in over
Hamels.
So
that year Hamels was pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, that was.
Who was the 08 rotation? Hamels,
Myers,
Moyer,
and Doc
Blanton. And what was the 5th? Was Adam Eaton that year, wasn't it?
What did
But he wasn't on the playoff.
No, I know he wasn't.
Roy Halladay?
No, dude.
No, he said.
Doc
What am I thinking of?
No, Doc wasn't on the.
No, I know
team.
that's what Jimmy said. Doc.
Moyer.
Who were the aces? It was.
It wasn't aces. That
Oswald. Was it Oswald in there?
No.
They won it with Moyer, Blanton, Myers,
Kyle
Kendrick.
Yes,
but he was a long.
Was in the rotation.
He was a long.
Yeah, he was in mid relief. He wasn't in the rotation.
He was a long man that year because they go 4-man rotation.
Well,
but I'm just saying I'm not ready to compare. What I'm just saying is like
no.
Now you got who was their number one pitcher? Because Hamels was pitching that way, but was he their number one though in the rotation?
Yes.
Was he?
Yes.
So I just brung up the pictures, and I'm not going to go through them all, but the ones that stick out that I remember.
Hamels.
So Hamels,
Myers,
and then I want to say third was
Moyer. It was Moyer because I was at the World Series and he pitched. Yeah.
And then Kendrick, and then Blanton.
No, Kendrick didn't play. Kendrick didn't start a World Series game. It was Blanton.
Yeah, they shortened the.
But what I'm just saying is I'm not ready. I'm not there yet. I do the Philly because here's the thing. At the end of the day, not to like piss on the parade or hole is like, let's just remember within these series, the only team that they've really beat that was good is Atlanta. They took 2 out of 3, which is great. However, you beat the Marlins. Okay, great. You beat the Pirates. I hope you're going to beat the Pirates. Like what? They haven't won a great series since the All-Star break.
But this is 12 out of you sound like the Mets fan this morning. He was talking to me. I said, but you play the schedule that's in front of you.
I agree with that, but I'm just saying, based on what I've seen, the run has got them back in it. I'm just not ready to be like, oh, this team's a World Series. I do think in baseball that's the sport the most anymore, in my opinion. Maybe other than hockey, where you get in and you get hot, you can win. But a lot of things have to fall right for the Phillies too. Like Harper's got to come back and be healthy. Yeah. Castellanos has to get going. Raymuto's got to stay. So like, let's just all I'm saying is let's pump the brakes. I'm enjoying it.
You giving a pump the brake?
You got to remember.
I'm not ready to talk about World Series.
You got to remember the teams they got to get through once they get to the playoffs.
Right.
The Dodgers, Padres.
I'm not worried about the Padres. Have really cooled down, even though
Braves
they got
and the Mets. Yeah, they got some competition.
But the Phillies have played the Braves really well.
They have, and they took
the Mets is the big one. These next 7.
Yes, yes, their kryptonite right now is the Mets.
And
because
it doesn't line
they
up
haven't
good.
done well all season against the Mets.
They got Scherzer versus Suarez tomorrow, Noah versus DeGrom, and the third game I think it's I forget. Wheeler, right? No, is Wheeler going Sunday?
No.
Yeah, Wheeler's going Sunday. Yeah. So we'll see.
All right, let's keep them hot. Let's stay hot.
Yeah, listen.
Stay hot.
If they take 2 out of 3 from the Mets this weekend, I think you have to be ecstatic.
Oh hell yeah! Especially if they take one against DeGrom or Scherzer.
I mean, Scherzer is a first pitch. You got to attack him early. You've seen what teams do. He's going to throw fastballs.
Yeah, but
So.
he's been a monster this year.
He has been a monster, but I still believe in the Mets collapsing somehow.
So you're with DJ?
All right.
You're with
Yeah, I
DJ
totally.
and that?
Yeah, I agree. Mets are not going far.
All right, I think it's a good time for a break. Deke's here,
Thank God.
trying to swallow a cheesesteak stromboli. And we got a special guest that's waiting to chat with us. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to keep the heat on, though. When we
Yes.
come back after the break, we'll have our guest on here. And then we will talk some Eagles training camp and maybe a little KD. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out. Hang through the break. You were listening to the Santa Boot First podcast. InsurePhilly.com. We comparison shop all the time.
I was
Can
wrong. I was
get
like,
this
damn,
cheaper
those
on
bastards
Amazon?
finished all the
What will
wings
store
off,
brand
and there's
be?
one wing left.
Should I get a second?
And then I
SNL
thought, wait,
remodel?
it's got sauce
So why
on it,
not
so
do
maybe
that
it's
for your
not.
insurance needs? Better yet, why not have someone comparison shop for you? At InsurePhilly.com, you can get up to 10 quotes in about 10 minutes with top insurance carriers like Progressive, Travelers,
Right.
Nationwide, Selective, Liberty Mutual,
I still
Encompass,
yelled out
Kemper,
too, and then they were
and
like-
Berkshire Hathaway. Owner agent Matt
Me
Maloney
and Smitty
provides top national carriers with top local service. Just go to InsurePhilly.com to get your quote online or call Matt at 215-300-9590. For all your insurance needs, auto, home, life, business, and Medicare insurance plans, make sure to
No,
go
I'm good
to
with these.
InsurePhilly.com
Let me get
today
that.
or call 215-300-9590. Matt Maloney gives you the national carriers you recognize from a local
Right, Nate.
company you can trust.
Tim should be jumping on in a second, Nate.
Yeah, that's us.
I think this the one here. Turn the beat up. Just a little bit.
All right, we are back with another episode of the Santa Boot First podcast. Thanks for hanging through the break there. Thanks to our sponsor, InsurePhilly.com, for all your insurance needs. Give Matt Maloney Agency a call. InsurePhilly.com, up to 10 quotes in about 10 minutes. All right, we're waiting for our guest to jump on here. For those of you that have been with us for a while, this is a guy we met long ago and has been a friend of the show probably for the 5 years we've been doing this,
Pretty close.
right?
Yeah.
Our buddy Chef Tim Lopez. He was a chef for the Eagles. He has now moved on to be to bigger and better things in my mind. He's a teacher now.
Yeah.
Teaching, yeah, I mean,
There you go.
doing things for the youth,
I agree.
right? You know, goes from cooking for millionaires to teaching the youths and getting
Listen.
them ready
He's
and prepared for the world.
good for him.
So yeah, as soon as Tim comes on here, we're going to test out this new sauce that he has. So we have to. Oh, I hear Tim. We got you. There he
There's
is.
Timmy.
Hey. Good. We missed that face. There he is. Our buddy. All right, go ahead. Do what you got. We just started to give you a little intro there. We got you. There he is. There he is. Got us now? All right, we'll yell.
Let me do the talking. I got a big fat mouth.
About to say, we hear you pretty good.
Yeah, we got you. We got you nice and clear, Tim. So we just started to do a little intro for you. So why don't we get the open them wings up there, Deke? We got you. You good? You hearing us? Now I lost my mic.
No, he dropped.
Did he drop?
He dropped.
I'll be out of here.
Oh, we lost him.
All right, let me get a wing
Maybe he's
without
gonna
any sauce.
Calm down.
jump back on. Hopefully, let's give these wings out here.
Without any sauce.
So Chef Tim is now teaching down at Mastbaum in Kensington area.
Drummer.
Teaching the culinary arts. We back?
You want a drum, right?
You got us now? Can you hear us? There we go. There we go. I was just starting to do a little intro for you. I said, we missed your face, Tim. It's good to see you. got the guys around the table here. I don't know if you've met Schmitty before. He's a new member of the team.
Smitty.
And to his left, we got the young Martin. I think you've met Andrew at some point in our. There you go. There you go. There we go. Yeah, somebody's got to be a professional, Tim. Somebody's got to keep the thing running. I'm going to try to do that too as we try these wings. But I was just starting to give the intro. Like I said, we met you probably 5 years ago when we started doing this. Chef for the Eagles. You were feeding millionaires. And now you've gone on to what I said are bigger and better things.
For sure.
Teaching the youth and getting some culinary skills, and these kids go out into the real world and have jobs. And talk to us about this. I know you and I caught up a little bit when we caught the sauce. I want to catch up with you first, and then we'll talk about the sauce. But how's it been, that transition from, like I said, cooking and making sandwiches to Carson Wentz to now teaching kids knife skills and how to make a... Oh, there we go. Taking shots. Smitty likes that. He's not a Wentz fan.
Washington, yeah, I saw it. Yeah, he got booed off the field.
Did he really?
Yes.
Wow.
They said he's having an awful training camp. So let me ask you this real quick as you're on this topic. Because I dealt with them, and I've tried to tell these guys before because, I worked in sports memorabilia, and I still do it a little bit when I have time. But I tried to tell them that, Carson Wentz is basically a phony. The guy that he claims himself to the public is not who he is. What did you find about him?
Yeah. I think you're right there.
I know that. Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Tim. I also work for the school district of Philadelphia as an assistant principal. So what you're doing with these kids is amazing. We need more people that are really invested, and I can tell that, you want to see your students be successful, and that's important. So definitely kudos to you, man. I appreciate everything you do. I'm in the Northeast, South Cohen. It's K-5 school. Before that, I was at Stern in Frankfurt. So made a little bit of. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, absolutely.
And you're down there at Mass Bomb, right?
Yeah,
I think I put the
yup.
school out there once, but
Mass
let's
Bomb.
get it out there again.
Yeah, you weren't far from where I was. Yep.
Cool. My brother-in-law was a baseball player for Mass Bomb, Ray Blum. You ever see his name around?
Who was it? Oh, okay.
We got plenty of questions, but these guys are chomping at the bit. So we want to try the sauce first. We got a fan blowing on us. We all got a wing. Now I grabbed the flat because the flat's where it's at, and the drums are for the dumb. So
The drums are for the
we're gonna sauce. I'll take it to my
Tim,
grave, Tim.
Tim, refresh my memory. You drums or flats?
See the guy, you know.
Oh, you can pull the two bones. Have you tried that yet?
I've seen that method. I haven't done it yet. I got to try that.
All right, well, let's see you try it.
Well, we're gonna
tonight.
try. We're gonna try the sauce first. So Tim's. This was last year's class, right? One of them's open here.
There's one open.
There's one open.
Yeah, let's get the story so that and we'll try not to step away from the mic and not chew into the mic.
You're trying sauce. Try the sauce. Try the sauce. I don't know. Just try it.
Yeah, I'm hoping that happens here. I'm waiting for the show to fall apart because these guys eat them and then their noses start running and their eyes start bleeding and they can't continue the show. Yeah, I know. Then you start having. Yeah, I've
Excuse
seen
me.
it.
Are we supposed to taste?
Wait, the Hot Takes asked you to make one for his show? Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. You had the superintendent in, right? Nice.
Oh, sweet. Yep. Real good.
Oh man.
That's I'm not even gonna. And you did it.
That couldn't have been pretty.
Yeah, I'm gonna play. I'll have to.
Dude, you are pounding that hot sauce over there.
It's good, Tim.
It is good.
Tim, it's really good, dude.
It is good.
I was expecting a little more heat. Just you hear habanero, but I think like you said, you cut it with the mango.
Yeah, it's good, man.
I
That-
taste
that-
that mango first.
That gives it a nice little sweetness to it.
You want more?
Yeah, give me wings. I think I'll listen to him.
Yeah.
It did
Good-
have a little
good thing
back
you-
kick to it.
Good thing you avoided that.
Give me the licks drum. Are you still making it? Are you still selling it? Dude, I need to get a bottle.
Ooh. Wow.
Oh, whoa.
That's
All
that's
right.
going to be serious business.
Let us know.
Oh, whoa. You said the magic word.
Don't
You start doing that scrapple, Tim. You know, it's the king of all breakfast meats. I'm all about the scrapple.
Here we go.
All about the scrapple.
It is really good.
That's one of the few things Jim and I agree on.
Yeah. You've made us many delicious dishes, and we miss your face. And we'll figure out how to get you back here in studio. We know you teachers get the nice summers, and you get to go down to the shore points and everything. So we don't want to bring you up here to Willow Grove and away from the beach just for a couple hours. But we'll definitely get you in here. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. As like other teachers, I'm not saying it was easier on other teachers, right? But if you have a lesson plan, you have notes, you're teaching to a program. But as a cooking teacher, that's pretty. I would assume you need to be pretty hands-on. So how tough was that for you during COVID doing that? And it's your first experience, right?
Yeah, you had no idea. Yep.
Yo.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think of that.
was the Instagram handle again?
Yeah. Well,
Chef, what's the Instagram handle again?
It, is it at the @ sign or the just?
No, the word.
Got it. I started following you.
have you participated in any of their, like you said you did the show, right? You brought in the administrators and stuff. Any other opportunities to do media stuff with the school? Do you have any interesting meals or entrees that you've cooked with the kids, dishes that, outside of the normal school fare? Like you get any high end type dishes or any interesting methods, like you doing sous vide and things like that? Ooh. Mm.
Hey, Tim. Is this a new program that started at Mass Bomb, or is this something that you've picked up that somebody else either retired or left a school for one reason or another? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. And, sure. Yeah. You picked up the legacy of cooking at Mass Bomb. Good.
Yeah. Not that I don't trust you.
What's the skill level of some of the kids that you've had? I'm sure that it's all over the chart of cooking skills, but the majority of the kids.
I would think this lamb should stay able to eat again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure, kids in high school, they don't really know for the most part what they want to do with their life. Even into early adulthood, but you giving them a taste of this culinary program and cooking and what goes into it and the art that it is and the love and the passion that you have for it. I'm sure you're going to inspire more than one kid that wants to go on and make it a profession for themselves. I have no doubt in my mind that that's going to happen with some of these kids that you're teaching. Yeah, sure. Yes, I have a feeling that's a big part of it. In the neighborhoods that are going to Mass Bomb, I'm sure that plays into it. That's a factor. Yeah, that they have to do that. On, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
very cool.
great.
Let's make it happen, chef.
Yeah.
I'll come up and help you guys out. No charge.
If
That's the millennial question. Just hit me on IG. That's the millennial answer. Hit me on IG.
you got your beeper, you got your pager.
Right. just DM me.
If you need any experts in tasting the food, I could probably find some people.
Yeah.
I was going to say podcast experts, but we're still trying to figure that part out ourselves. Nate, engineer extraordinaire, can help out, but well seasoned, but maybe over seasoned. That's why I'm trying to bring in the freshness on the side over here in the youth.
Yeah, Tim, I meant to reply to your comment about the Martins stuffing their faces over, it's different studios you came into. I would have to say that's the biggest compliment a chef could get, is to have somebody stuffing their face and not saying a word with the food you just cooked.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I remember that well. Uh-huh. Yes.
Look, Tim, it hasn't changed. My shoulders have gotten rougher and bigger and broader because I'm still carrying these guys.
God.
Still carrying this thing.
Hell to the no. Hell to the no.
We'll definitely got to do the chef's roundtable again. That was fun. Actually, Nate and I were talking before we came on the air how we both a little not disappointed, regretful that we didn't follow our true calling and being chefs and cooks and doing that. Instead, we're working in, I won't speak for you, Nate, but working in the corporate world, which is ever so exciting. But, not following my true dream of being in the kitchen all the time. So I'm a little jealous. Like I said, I always kind of geek out when we have you guys on and we had the other chefs in or just other folks from kitchens come in and feed us. It's always great, but just talk food. I really enjoy that. Well, these guys go to a coma after they eat all the food that you bring in, so somebody's got to talk.
Definitely. Yeah, you won't hear us disagree on that.
Definitely. We'll make it easier. We'll do it on a Saturday. We'll get you in here. We'll get some of our other chef friends in here and try to do we do have a round table. Back in those days, it wasn't round, it was squared, but we still called it a round table.
Yep.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
You just get a bigger shoehorn.
All right, Tim, let's give a plug one more time for the sauces in case anybody wants to reach out. We did put it up here on our feed here, but go ahead, let us know where we can get them. Awesome. Thanks, Tim. Thank your students. The sauce is great. Deke's got a couple bottles. I got a couple bottles. We'll see left after we leave tonight. There's no more wings to put it on, but there's eggs. That's I'm
He's
thinking
gonna
eggs.
just drink
definitely using this for breakfast. No doubt about it. When I make myself a nice omelet with all kinds of stuff in there, yeah, it's definitely going on top of that omelet.
All right. Yeah, Tim. Good
Thank you,
seeing you.
Tim.
We miss you. We'll definitely we'll try to figure out this chef's roundtable. Get you in here in person.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Tim. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your summer. Thanks, buddy. See ya. All right. Good wings. See, there's 2 flats left.
There are 3,
Three?
actually.
All right. I'll eat 'em.
Did Nate want to have one, or do you want one, Nate?
No, I had a couple already.
Yeah. Okay.
I had the sauce too. The sauce was actually really good. He was right. Like the heat doesn't come until afterwards. You just get this nice flavorful sauce, and then there's a little heat that comes in. And I think it's a mild sauce for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely not a 5 alarmer.
Yeah.
It was good. It
But
was
it's
good.
good though. It's got a lot of flavor to it for sure. I think it would be good really
Eat 'em,
grilled
man.
with some like put it on wings on the grill.
Yeah. I'm going to try to finish the show without eating. I mean, if you want to eat them now, you can.
No.
But we'll touch on training camp real quick. I know we're running out of time here. Eagles training camp. We got our first preseason game tomorrow night. What are we looking for? We're actually going to see some starters. It sounds like for a couple series, 2,
Yeah,
3.
I
It
heard
sounded
that.
like.
I heard that.
I heard 1 or 2 this morning. Is it 2 or 3 now?
That was the other day. I heard.
Okay.
He said a
On
few
both sides
series.
of the ball.
He just said starters for a few series. I don't
1
know.
or 2 is what I heard this morning.
No yawning on the show.
Time.
Dude, this guy.
Back to work,
Lean-
bro.
Lean into the mic.
Phew, I never stopped working, bro.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I was in the office today, man. Come on.
Well, yeah.
Brutal. It's brutal. So yeah, what are we looking for? Preseason game. No injuries, right? Just get that out. That's always the first thing. No injuries.
The number 1 given is no injuries. Number 2, I just want to see guys shaking off the rust. You know, couple nice plays here and there. I want to see Jalen if he plays. I want to see him getting the ball out quick. Going through his reads. I don't want him running the ball at all. I want him handing the ball off to the running backs. I want to see the defense be aggressive. I want to see, I don't think we're going to see a lot of exotic things out there on either side of the ball. I just want to see the defense be aggressive, making plays, and I want to see the offense, do well. Move the ball, maybe score a touchdown. That's about it.
You're going to see him run the ball.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna tell you that
I know,
right now.
but I don't want to see that. I want
Yeah.
to see him throwing the ball.
Down at training camp the other day, he did run the ball. It looked like they were designed runs, and he was throwing the ball. Now if you look like day to day, somebody actually charted Hurts and what his practices looked like, and he was like up, down, even, up, down, even, and the last few it was either up or even. So he hasn't really had any down days. The day we were there, he looked good. It was hot as hell. He had some really nice placement. There was a couple balls he tried to squeeze into tight coverage. But he had the play of the day to me was a nice, over Brown's shoulder, Brown turn, right in the belly, bucket, back of the corner of the end zone, touchdown, over Bradbury. Great play, great pass, perfect touch. I think I put it out here on our socials. He had a nice gash up the middle to Dick Rod. He had a
You
nice one
did.
over the middle.
You did.
Really went in and grabbed it. Miles was running hard, even though it's, they're not really allowed to hit.
There's a lot of hard and dick rod coming.
I'm waiting. I see you guys smiling. I'm just waiting for it to come out.
Don't forget the
I'm
up the
just waiting.
middle.
Oh yeah, up the middle, dick
Yeah, he
rod.
gash.
He's running hard.
Running
he's
hard up the middle.
He's
with big rod.
gashing up the middle real hard.
He hit that. He hit that crease. It was a juicy catch. It was nice.
All right, well, I'll tell you what I'm looking for tomorrow, because I think we're not going to see a lot of starters. I'm looking, and we were talking about him today in our chat, but that kid from Utah, I think he's going to make the team. I want to see what he does. Britton Covey, I think. And I'm looking to see Nakobe Dean. I want to see what he does as a rookie. And here's the one thing. I don't have much confidence in these safeties, so I need to see the safety play. I want to see what these second and, third team guys, have we seen progress out of the guy from, what's his name? Clemson. One who they told
Tavon.
told him they could be the next Dawkins, which
They said he's on the chopping block.
right. So That worries me about safety. I gotta be honest. Like I heard that. Like,
Well, they brought the kid in from
yeah,
San
but
Fran.
they said he hasn't looked good. I was just reading the article today. He hasn't looked good. Harris looks slow. Epps is your number one safety.
Yeah.
That's concerning.
It's concerning if Bradbury and Slay don't play
It's still
Just
concerning.
like you said with the Phillies, you can't have a star at every position.
No, but I think you can. I think it's out there to.
but I want one.
No.
But I want one.
I think it's out there that you could trade for the guy from the Bengals, and you have the
Yeah.
money, and you got the money.
My thing about this team that I'm looking at is just that there's not a lot of holes. Like I'm like at every
Yeah, there
position.
isn't. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think they're good enough to cover up some of those maybe weaker players
Right.
per se. So,
Yeah.
But if you look at this team on paper, like there's really not a lot of weaknesses. We got question marks, but like when you say like a guy's like weak, like as much as I don't like, well, no, he's grown on me. Much as Hurts has grown on me, he's not a weakness of the team. He's just a question mark.
Yeah.
Right. You know, even Epps, is he a weakness as much? Because I mean, he's usually in the right place at the right time. He might be a little bit late, but he's usually in the area. He's not like Nate Gary completely turned around. You know, when a play's coming in. So, I think they need to see what they have before they pull the trigger on bringing somebody in. Like they don't know what they have back there at safety. So
Well, they're pretty deep. That they were saying like whoever gets cut is probably going to get picked up. You know, from other teams. There's a lot. They're deep, and they're not going to be able to keep all these guys.
No. A lot of the positions, I meant to bring it. I did print out their unofficial depth chart. I forgot to bring it with me. But, yeah, you look at almost every position. If a player were to get cut, they'd be picked up.
Yeah.
From now, there's some, like fourth and fifth string guys that, they're not going to.
Yeah, but, like, even look at, like, I mean, I don't know who, like, there's defensive tackles aren't going to make it. Like, Ridgeway, he probably won't make it. But he's been successful here. You know, he'll get picked up.
Yeah.
Some of those corners are going to get picked up. Yeah. Because they're all young.
We were talking about the wide receivers today.
Yeah,
like,
Greg Ward will get picked up.
Greg Ward will get picked up from somebody.
Yeah.
And, dude, Rager made the statement. He wants to retire. He wants to be here his whole career. Yeah, that may not happen. He looked good in camp. It's camp. But
listen,
if he gets cut, he's getting picked up from somebody.
I don't think.
I'd like to see them to try to trade some.
I don't
of these
think.
guys,
I don't think they're going to cut Rager. There's too much of a cap hit. They might.
No.
They might try to
not.
trade him.
They're not.
But they might.
What is he making this year?
He's
this the
first
This is
round
last
pick.
year.
No,
It was-
it's not the last year. It's only
This
third,
is-
it's his third year in the league.
Yeah.
That's it.
This is the make or break year for him. I think
This
if he
is the
does-
make or break year for him and Miles Sanders. As
If-
much as I like Sanders, this is it.
No, I think Sanders has been more productive than Rager.
I agree, but make or break their futures.
Yeah,
here.
yeah. But if Rager doesn't do anything, or
he's gone.
if he's not very productive, he's gone this year.
Yeah, but
there's no two ways about it.
Is he?
How much time does he
Is
No,
have?
he is. He is.
Zeke, is he? Because
Yes.
they haven't cut Arcega-Whiteside for that reason. He was a second round pick.
Yeah, but
I hate that.
John Hightower's still on the team.
Whiteside serves a purpose. He's a great run blocker, and he's okay on
Whiteside's
special
he's
teams.
getting cut.
He's
so.
got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
He's
care. He
getting
wants
cut.
to move to tight end. He's.
I heard
go.
the rookie tight end's been good. What's his name?
Calaterra.
Yeah, I heard.
Calcaterra.
Yeah, I mean Dick Rod's probably not gonna make the team either. You know, he'll get picked up, but again, like week 2, but he ain't making it flat.
Dick Rod's got a stiff position on his team. It's going to be hard to knock him down. It's going to be hard to deflate.
Jimmy, I saw what you did there.
You see what I did there?
I saw what you did.
See what I did there?
I share.
Look. You look at the receivers. If you're naming the starting three right now, and this is the three. Well, Devontae was in drills. He wasn't in the team drills. Brown, Quez, and Devontae. They look like the three right now,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. I mean Rager could steal the 3 from Watkins maybe.
I don't think.
Watkins is
no,
the
I don't
speed
think
on
so.
there. Rager does the same thing that Brown does. He's just smaller
Do you think,
and doesn't have as good
but do you
hands.
think Rager, like being the third option slot guy, like he could be?
No,
productive?
that's great. If he's the fourth wide receiver, he's a number one pick. You don't want your number one pick or your first round pick to be your fourth receiver. But if he is, that means you got two guys in Brown and Devontae. They're just
That means your wide receiving core is really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're wide
and
And I share the concern about safety, but if the guys in front of them make plays, I don't think we're going to have to worry about safety.
That's
And
what I'm saying. with
there
Bradbury.
are plenty of playmakers in
Yeah.
front of them.
You still have to worry about the
You still
deep
got to
ball
worry
if
about
they
the
get burnt.
safety.
Yeah,
Who's covering?
yeah, but it's they're not going to get exposed often if guys in front of them are making plays.
Sometimes.
They don't.
Sometimes, not every.
This isn't like the Jimmy Johnson defense though, where they blitz the cornerback every now and then. I don't think you're going to see that with Slay.
Yeah.
On a rare occasion,
have
maybe.
a-
So you don't have to worry about
they
the
have
safety.
talent.
The
They
only
have
time-
talent.
That's the only area of the field I'm worried about.
Yeah, they have talent at every position on defense other than safety.
Is
And if
safety a big
those,
position
if
in
that
the-
talent produces and makes plays, I don't think we're going to have to worry about safety too much. Is it going to come up and bite you once in a while? Yeah, hopefully not at the wrong
You
time.
can get away with one bad
You know where it
safety.
might
you
burn
can't
you?
get away with two.
You
if
know
that's
where-
what it is.
You know where it
Come
might
on,
burn
D.
you on big runs when the
let me
cornerbacks get
ask
beat
you.
and it's just a safety.
You
back
can get
there
by with
himself.
one
That's when
bad
you'll get beat.
safety.
Yeah,
Two bad safeties, no.
Or if it's like a slant route and they beat the middle of the field and they're wide open, it's just a safety.
Yeah.
That's where you get burners in a deep run.
No, I hear you. I hear you. But I'm saying, hopefully, it doesn't happen that often. Hopefully, the line and the linebackers get after it and get to the
Or
quarterback.
Jordan Davis does what he did to the center.
The one thing I
Yeah.
don't like is why they have Reddick playing as a linebacker.
Don't overreact to that. That's just an overreact.
No, why?
Yeah.
Yo, why are they have Reddick playing as a linebacker?
He can play. Big.
No, dude. Look at his stats. The time that he's been successful
hear
is
you,
as a
but-
rusher. You don't need him as a linebacker. You got Kazir White and T.J. Edwards. Reddick should be
And Nakobe
clearly
Dean.
and Nakobe Dean. Reddick should be clearly a pass rusher. The last 2 years he's had 12 and 11 sacks being a defensive end.
I mean, on passing downs, he'll have his hand in the dirt.
I think he needs to be a pass rusher. Period on
But
this
in-
team.
And who are you putting on the
on
sweat?
linebackers?
No, who are you putting on the end? Like who are you taking out? I guess from the
Well,
end is what I'm asking.
I
Who are
don't
your-
think
who are your
I
ends
don't
right
think
now?
Graham's a 3-down player anymore. He's more situational. 34 years old, coming off a bad injury.
Okay, he's the starter right now.
Would you?
I don't know. I probably not. No,
You wouldn't start Reddick over Graham?
no. I said probably not have Graham in there.
Yeah. I mean,
Coming off the injury, but I think he's earned that position, and that's what's hard
He's
for
earned,
the.
yeah, he's earned
they're
the
not gonna-
respect in that position. And
I mean, he could also slide. He's played D tackle too sometimes too. in his
You're not
small.
putting him in.
He don't.
you're not.
He's
dude,
played
you're
it.
not put him in a tackle.
In the athletic format that he's played it.
The smart thing
You
with
put him
you-
in. You would you
And it's-
Javon
the
Kirsch. You
smart-
put him in as a
So
joker and
wh-
moving
so
him all around. He's not
What
that type
I
of
would
player.
do is I would put Graham at edge rusher and Hassan Reddick, and then get rid of Burnett.
See, actually, you know, what? I know I said that. I could see
Barnett, I
Hassan
heard, been
playing
playing
that
good.
joker position that
That's what I'm
that
hoping.
Javon Kirsch used to play.
That's what I'm
Yeah, you
hoping.
can move him all
I'm
around that
hoping he
defense.
does.
That's what they do with him, from what I read, is that they move him everywhere.
I'm just
I
telling
think with
you, in
Carolina last
and
year, he was
Arizona,
mainly on.
He was,
He was
strictly
an
a
edge
pass
rusher. He was strictly an edge rusher.
And
but-
he's had his best 2 years.
yeah, but he would drop back in the linebacker if they needed him
But
to.
I mean, he can do both.
Yeah.
So they're gonna use him.
I mean, he's
in
going to
that way.
start because you look at the money they gave him.
Yeah, obviously.
And passing downs, they'll just have a wave. Like the one thing that I love about what they do is that you have waves of pass rushers. So almost like
Right.
everybody feels like a starter.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they're just
Yeah, they got
gonna-
a solid rotation.
Yeah, they're going to have a great.
Barnett's
rotation.
probably still going to play too. I actually,
Which he
no.
shouldn't.
He jumped off sides. Surprise in practice.
Listen,
He's a decent pass rusher.
I agree with you. That's where I agree with you. Like people,
People get he does get bad.
he
but
does dumb shit.
He
but
does dumb stuff, but he brings some nastiness to the game that not a lot of them have, and he's a decent pass rusher.
I agree.
He doesn't get home a lot. I think those carry over, but him being your like fourth or fifth pass
It's
rusher,
not a bad. Yeah,
that's a pretty good. He's a starter.
Yeah, he's not a start.
Yeah.
that shows how much
I
depth.
mean,
you have.
I'm not saying he's a starter on this team, but he was a starter. Last year,
Yeah.
like he was a starter. So you just move. Your depth is so good. You have a starter as your fifth
Yep.
pass rusher.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow night, and you kind of hit on it, Deke, was just the hitting. I want to see the defense because they were very fast.
Do they still? They
They
were like
was-
guardian caps too, right? Tomorrow.
I don't think so. I
They
think the
weren't
caps are
already
off.
capped
No,
in
the caps are
preseason.
off.
No, they're
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 off. I
hitting.
heard-
It's full hitting.
What are you talking about?
I heard something about them wearing it for like the first.
I hope not. I didn't see it
No.
in the
No, I
Hall
can't
of Fame
imagine
game.
they
There-
wear them
there's
in
a game
games.
starting.
start wearing
Actually, the
one
game's
game.
on now, right? There's a game on. There's
Yeah.
two
There's
games
Two
on tonight.
on.
Who's on
Yeah, I don't
the-
think so.
America's team.
Giants and Patriots and,
Giants and Patriots.
Titans and Ravens.
The Titans and Ravens.
Yeah.
Is Lamar sitting there? Still waiting for that check.
He won't get it until the end of the year.
I don't.
Yeah,
think I don't know if he's getting it for Boston.
This team was their defense was very fast, and as big as some of these guys are, they still can move.
Is Hurts
and-
that small? Does he look small?
Compared to who? Compared to the defensive line, he
like-
does.
Seriously, compared to
No,
who?
I mean,
I'm talking
standing
about,
at you,
compared to us,
isn't
he's
he-
big.
the
Isn't
biggest
he a
looking
isn't he
quarterback.
pretty short for a quarterback.
He's over
I mean,
6
he's
foot.
not like Kyler Murray or Drew Brees, but I would say
No, I think-
of all their quarterbacks, I think Carson Strong looks the biggest.
Well, yeah, he is. He's like 6'6".
Yeah.
And you said Nakobe Dean isn't that big.
Nakobe Dean is not tall. He's big in the chest.
He's a big.
He's
You were
yeah. I
like,
wouldn't want to get hit by him. and there was a couple plays where
Reddick's big.
he would have made Hurts eat his lunch if this was live hitting drills. Like
oh, Nakobe
he looks
Dean.
good because I think he has that comfort of I know I'm not going to get crushed, and I think this defense is ready to start hitting people for real. So that's what I'm looking for tomorrow.
Deke's waiting for that hitting.
Damn right he is.
He likes to hit men hard.
Oh my God.
Right up the middle.
All right. Do we want to touch on KD and then get out of here? Or are we done?
Yeah, let's do it real
We
quick.
were. It was a hot, right? So
do
the
a
other
little
hot,
KD.
the other hot take is, the KD rumors are up again. It's going to keep coming up until he makes another team. Go around the table. If KD costs you max, are you doing it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes.
No.
No. One no.
Just
If
to be
Let me-
different,
wait, let me
right?
say-
But here-
let me put it. Let me put it this way.
More,
If KD gets you a championship,
He does with Harden and Embiid. 100%.
if I can guarantee you that, Andrew.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Not
That's-
even a yeah. Probably.
We're-
Come on, dude.
I mean, look.
It's a chip.
We all love Maxey, but, like, people said to me today, oh, well, like, what about, like, 4 or 5 years when you're... I don't give a shit if I have a ring.
Right.
Because
Right.
You're paying for the window now.
do you really...
Exactly.
We did it with the Eagles.
I mean, Maxey in Brooklyn, like, whatever. I think Maxey is also a lot better here. Not taking anything away from Tyrese. Because I love him. I love his work ethic. Maxey also looks better here because he's not the number one option. I'm not so sure he fares as well being in a team as the number one option.
Yeah.
It's very easy to come into a team
And
and be the fourth option and produce.
and DJ had I thought was a good point in our text thread.
Group chat.
Group chat.
He said
Text chain.
we could
Group
see,
chat.
we could see
Group message.
we could see Maxey back here as a free agent.
No.
No?
He's not coming back if we trade him.
No.
You think he's going to be chapped?
if we offer him
I'm not
enough
coming back
money,
here.
he will.
How's he going to come back? You can't. See, this is where
Can't pay him
DJ
as much as
DJ,
Brooklyn.
No, DJ don't understand that. You're going to
What?
have 3 max players. When Max is
Dude,
up.
we're talking about like 4, 5, 6 years down the road.
He's a free. He can get paid in 2 years. Ain't happening. He's going to get a max.
Well, we'll see.
Flan said last week he was a generational talent, Maxey.
He is. He is.
Yeah, well, Flan also
I-
thinks
look, I
Gardner
think he's a-
Minshew-
Well, the
He's a-
same
he's a
thing was
very
said
good-
about 25 also.
Yeah, he's a very good player right now from what we can see. I don't know if I'm ready to go to like you hear the baby AI comparisons, and he looks that way.
I don't think.
Like you said, Smitty, if he's the only one on the team, I don't know if he's as good or he's doing as well as he is because he's the focus point.
I don't.
of the defense.
I don't want to say this, but like, I don't think. I'll tell you right now. I'll be shocked if they get Durant. They don't have enough.
Yeah,
to
I don't
get
think
him.
it's gonna
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen either.
Maxey's a great piece, but then you have to take Harris's shit contract. Nobody wants that. And then what else you giving them after that? Thibault, okay.
Well, did you see the picture from Toby's wedding?
Yeah. Well,
There's a picture from Toby's wedding, and somebody put
Yeah,
in the
but
comments, "This
wait.
is the KD trade package."
and
It's Maxey,
I know.
Toby,
Did you
Toby Thibault, and Fur.
did you see what
He
where they
laughed
asked where
at it,
Embiid
too.
was? He
Yeah.
said, Tobias says he was taking a shit. That's what he
I
said.
missed that part of it.
But seriously, like if you're Brooklyn, all right, objectively, all right, let's take our Sixers goggles off as much as we want KD, and the other shit I hear is he's gonna force himself here because he's a part owner of the union, which is bullshit. He owns
Yeah,
like
come on.
5%.
You
That
soccer
doesn't
heads.
matter.
Yeah, he's a
But
very
here's-
minority
but
owner.
Here's the thing I'll tell you. Brooklyn is not settling until they get a star. Maxey in our eyes is a star. Maxey
Yeah.
around the league is a rising star. There's teams right now that I'll tell you right now have better offers. Number one, we've already talked about Boston. Jaylen Brown is an all-star. Brandon Ingram is a better player right now than Maxey, and I think, and I just don't. So here's the other thing. If you're Brooklyn, right, and let's take, and I know sometimes people don't want to think this, but let's take out all this out of the equation. You're really in the last 2 years going to give Philadelphia Harden and Embiid, Harden and Durant, for less than what? Like, come on,
right? And you got to think they're feeling burnt in the deal with Harden because
why?
Simmons,
Because Ben Simmons is never going to play another game.
Exactly.
He lost his girl too.
Yeah. Even if the Sixers don't win, at least Harden played. You know?
Yeah.
At least we got a guy that played.
I'm going to tell you right now, there was turmoil in Brooklyn. Harden's like, I need to get the F out of here because I have an option. If they don't trade me now and I don't force a trade, now I got to stay in Brooklyn for another $47 million. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know, did you guys see what about this week? About the whole shit with Simmons?
Oh, yeah.
Game 4.
The meeting?
Dude, game
or the
4.
text chat. Yeah.
That KD wants, I will guarantee you, KD wants no part of Ben Simmons.
I tend to agree with that.
I guarantee you, I'd be willing to bet you that he called Harden up and Joel and said, "You're right. You're right, Joel. This is the reason why you didn't want to play with this guy."
Yeah.
What was the text message?
No, there's a group message between Game 4 of Boston. Asked Ben if he was going to play all the players, and then Ben left the text thread.
Yeah, he never answered
never
the
said
question
anything
and
and
just
left a message.
checked out at a text
I
thread.
saw you guys were in Cat Mobley.
Yeah.
Seen
Yeah,
that?
yeah, Katino Mobley.
Yeah, he still
from
plays.
Doherty.
Yeah.
He still plays. I forget where he plays, but he still plays ball. He still runs.
Yeah, pick up around here.
pick up ball.
Yeah.
And he said something not interesting, but he said something that I think is true, and it's an epitome of what Ben Simmons is. These guys don't love the game.
Nah.
Ben loves the fame.
Yeah, like they love what it
Right.
brings
Right.
them,
He loves the Ferrari.
He loves the payday.
but they don't love the game like some of the other guys do.
And that's the thing
Yeah.
that hurts me with Maxey. Like, Maxey loves the game. Loves the game. Durant.
Yeah, you see, he's playing in the league right now. Do you see him? He popped up in.
Durant loves the game, but like me and Nate said, like, dude, Durant could flip on Philly in a minute. Something happens, I'm out.
He's done that everywhere. That's what I would be worried about that with him. And the other rumor going around was that he gave an ultimatum to the team. You get rid of the GM and the coach, and I'll stay. And this is another example of just this league being taken over by the players.
If you're Brooklyn and you're a player there, I think KD has earned every right winning two. Like, dude, Steve Nash is an idiot.
But what does
Steve Nash got the job
I'm
based on because he was a former MVP and when he was an assistant on the Warriors. Like, Nash has been awful as a head coach. So you don't think Embiid had any role playing in getting Brett Brown out of here? And management? Come on. You don't think Embiid eventually said, it's time for Brett to go? He basically said it in the press conference after they got swept. Like, I don't have a problem with KD saying that. Plus, here's the other thing you got to remember.
But he's only Embiid was here, brought in to run the franchise.
You're right.
And KD has been there for how many years now? And you're going to give him
3. But here's the thing you got to remember. It's Brooklyn. It's New York media. Durant's already painted as a bad guy because he wants out. So, of course, who knows if he said that in a meeting? We don't know that.
Yeah.
It's just more of like, who knows if like Boston didn't put that out there to like, oh, let's lower KD's trade value. Like, because now you're talking about a guy that's you can build a case if you're a team looking to get him. You can put this stuff out in the paper. All right, well, we know he left Oklahoma City, right? Like, he left his team when he thought he was going there. Then Golden State, he goes there. He gets jealous, it seems like, a Curry, so he leaves to go to Brooklyn. Now he wants his coach out.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of players running the team or running the league.
But I think so. Here's the thing I will say: like,
you're
right.
Just, it's not.
You're right.
It's not.
Harden
it's not conducive to the success of the league.
All right, let me ask you this: if you're James Harden, right? You wanted a trade out of Houston. You saw what was going on in Houston. You gave your heart and soul to that team.
I hear you.
You have Brooklyn and Philadelphia. You wanted to go to Philly. Hold on. COVID happened. You're supposed to have this big 3. And now you have a guy that's like, I'm not playing. I'm not doing anything that's best for the team. I would ask out, too. I have no problem with Harden asking out because at least he played until he wanted out.
Yeah, I think that's a slippery slope when a league lets players start to run the league, starts to run the teams.
Since LeBron's there.
What's that?
It's been run there. It's been like.
Oh,
that.
I know, and I don't think it's right. I think
I mean, it's happening in
I think
baseball.
the league,
Look what Soto did to the Nationals.
leagues that have that are going to suffer because fans don't like it.
You know what? Real quick,
Mm.
and I know this is totally off topic. You know what league is suffering the most right now?
Baseball.
Other than soccer,
No, out of your take your four major
the
sports
four
out.
majors.
College football. It's now become a joke where
Because
it
of the
got
portal
stuff.
like for
Because of the
example,
transfer portal?
No, not transfer portal. The
NIL
NIL
stuff.
You don't. There's been like 5 top recruits. I'm not even just saying Penn State because it's happened to Ohio State, which we know is a bigger program where now kids are just flipping for money. Do I not think the kids should be able to profit off themselves? Yeah, but I don't think you should be able to like, oh, all right, Jim, you're committed to Penn State. Then Georgia calls up and is like, you know what, Jim? You got a $400,000 NIL deal. I'll give you $800,000. It ruins the sport. Like, I understand college. I'm not saying they shouldn't be able to profit. I'm not saying that because I do think like the NCAA makes a shit ton of money off these kids.
They certainly do.
However, these rules need to change because it's now glorified free agency.
Yeah.
Like you going on an official visit and committing, it means nothing.
No,
It
right.
means
It's not worth the
absolutely
paper it's
nothing.
written on. Just like a contract these days in pro sports isn't worth the paper
You're
it's
right.
written on.
I mean, look what Ben
when
did.
players are demanding to be traded.
I mean, it's happened in every league if you think about it. I mean, Soto, he definitely handcuffed the Nationals.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what Deshaun Watson did to the Texans.
Well,
Yeah, look.
it's not like he demanded to be traded though.
Yes,
He's
he
a-
did.
Oh, he
He's
did
now-
before all
he's
this
now,
shit came out.
He had,
did.
yes.
He wanted out, and then all that came out. So
Ah,
they put the
okay.
He
other
demanded to
kid.
be traded. Like, so it happens in every league. You're
Yeah.
right. That's the power of the players.
Yeah.
But it's also, too, comes down to, like, the owners' pockets are full in the NBA. The owners are making so much more money than the players.
They are.
So, it's
All right,
hard.
well, KD will continue to be connected to the Sixers, like I said, until
I think he's a
he
Celtic.
actually finds a team. I
I
wouldn't
don't
be
know.
surprised.
He might-
He stays with the Nets.
Or
I
he
think.
stays in Brooklyn.
I think he stays.
I don't think he stays in Brooklyn. I don't think so. I don't
They got to do something to bring fans into the stands.
Yeah, but they got
nothing.
Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie doesn't want to be there either.
Right. Neither of them want to be there. And you can't tell me that some of that doesn't have to do with Ben.
And then when
I'm
Ben
sure it
gets his own team, he's gonna be all happy. And all
Do you
fun.
agree with that? You agree KD don't want to play in Brooklyn because of Ben?
I think it's the major reason why he doesn't want to.
That's
be
what
there.
I think, too. And
Because
he can't come out and say that.
he's seen the true Ben.
Right.
He saw what Ben's all about.
Right. And you know what's funny?
He's about the celebrity. He's about the paycheck. He's about the glory and the fame. He's not about playing.
Do you think
We've,
do you think-
we've had the Ben conversation. The
do you
Ben
think-
conversation's over.
Do you think
No
he
more.
plays this year?
I don't know.
I'm not so sure he does.
I agree.
I don't think we talk about him anymore.
But
Yeah,
what's it like?
I
the
agree with
Carson
Jim.
jar?
Yes, it'll be the Carson jar and the Ben jar. All right.
Preseason predictions. The Eagles win tomorrow?
Big win tomorrow night by the Eagles. All right.
How about
We're
Mets
shutting it down.
Phillies? We take 2 out of 3 this week?
Phils win the series.
Oh.
I'm not saying it's a sweep. I'm saying they win the series.
That's 2
Two
out of 3.
That's 2 out of 3.
Scherzer
All right.
and Grom and 2. All right.
I said he'd take one.
Yeah.
One.
I think they win.
All right.
All 3?
No, 2. Game 1 and 3.
Ooh.
All right, folks.
All
Thanks
right.
for hanging with us tonight. Again, on another episode of the Santa Boot First podcast. Thanks to our buddy Chef Tim for jumping on with us. If you want any of his sauces, we got the IG in here. Look him up. I can connect with him if you want to meet with me for money and bottle exchanges. We could do that, but let us know. Reach out to us. Reach out to Tim. We'll figure it out for you.
Pat Down Under wants a bottle. You're gonna
Pat
hook him
that
up
under
down
once
there.
a bottle. We'll figure it out.
You're gonna meet
See
him
what
at
we can
Fiji
do.
or something.
Yeah, I'll meet him halfway. We'll meet in Dublin, Pat. I'm down with that. Guinness is on you. All right, folks. Again, thanks for hanging out with us on another Thursday night. Let's go, Birds. Be excellent to each other. We'll see you next week.
Phillies.